Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is going to be my top build for D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown is a really good acrobat that I have often undervalued, undersold, I think. So I think this is a good video for me to do anyway. Call your attention to what you see at the top there from A Turner on YouTube. Sorry, not A Turner, at Turner 192 on YouTube. Wonder if that coach can make D'Lo a bit more viable with more consistency. The answer, I think, is yes. I played over 20 matches, and the worst I hit at silver was 22 million, and the best I hit was 40 million. Um, so it definitely makes him more consistent. For this one, it is a top build. I'm going to be running a 50% strap. Hard times plate. Whenever you make 6 or more countdown gems, increase your blue and yellow gem damage by 100% for 2 turns. And then the Showstopper, Heartbreak Kid, whatever plate here, Ultimate. Whenever you activate a blue move, increase your blue gem damage by 50% for 1 turn. So you could also use a Z plate here if you don't have a hard times in place of that. And of course, if you have 100% strap, use 100% strap. It's triple blue. When D'Lo came out, Brawn Breaker, if I recall correctly, was still not a thing, so this was not available on turn 1. Flying Forearm Smash, deal 100k damage, make 11 random gems into 1 turn countdown gems. That will deal 85k damage and make 2 random gems into multiply gems of strength 6 at the end of your turn. What this does for you, 11 is 22 gems. If some landed on blue, sometimes you were only turning like 18-ish, 16-ish gems, and sometimes it just would miss, right? The 3 extra countdown gems is going to get us 6 more multiplies. And I've found I'm not really missing with D'Lo, which was my big complaint. Also, you could run a Judgment Day plate for safety's sake. If you have one and you don't want to use the HBK plate, or you don't have an HBK plate, you can absolutely do that. Sky High, 6 MP, 118k damage, decrease your countdown gem timers by 1. That gets your multiplies out. And then Lowdown, deal 178k damage, make 25 multiplies into blue. I will say a couple times, because I'm going against a gold Sammy, when he kicked out the second time around, I did over 45 million each time. In fact, one time I did 50 million the second time through after the gold kicked out. So Brawn Breaker for 4, Lawler for 4 blue, that gives us 8. Our turn gives us 9, Santa Hogan gives us 10, and Solo gives us 14 countdown gems, so we're making 28 multiplies. Lot bigger potential this way, I feel like. So Turner 192, absolutely correct. It does make him more viable and more consistent. I'll run a bunch for you guys since it's fast so you can see. Gameplay loop is incredibly simple. It's Mherex proof. It's great. This kind of gameplay is great for Feud. If you notice, he's not touching the board, actually. And let's see what we start off with. We missed a few, but we still hit for 27 million. That would be 54 million at gold. That is actually kind of right on par with Wes, and it's faster than Wes. Wes with Moment going turn 1 like this usually hits for 55 million in my experience in Feud. So that would be on par with Wes, but faster. And you don't touch the board, which you guys know I love. So I feel like I've undervalued, undersold D'Lo. And I do feel like, but part of that was the inconsistency for me, which bothers me. But I do feel like Solo is really takes that big inconsistency away. And we'll run a few and see. There's only 1 blue here, so this is potential, or 2 blues, so this is potential to be a not good one. And we still hit for 24 million, reduced to 23. That would still be 48 million. And this follow-up one with all these blues on the board is probably going to be significantly better. Let's find out. That looks fairly spicy from here. We still missed a few, but there you can see 42 million, which would be 84. You would lose some damage going with the Judgment Day plate, but with the Judgment Day plate on, literally D'Lo could never lose. Honestly, the more I think about this and the more I like my no touching the board builds, if I get Solo, there's a very good chance D'Lo will be going gold for me. I do have a spare hard times. It's in the feud bags now. Like I said, I'm going to run a few because inconsistency was the big problem with this build. And I want to make sure you guys can see that it is pretty consistent. This looks like a good hit. No Cascade, still did 29 million. And part of the reason I'm using a 50% strap is the CC account as a big Santa. So I'm trying to mitigate that using a 50% strap instead of like 100. Whenever I have to use Santa, I try and use like a lower strap because most people aren't going to have a Santa this big. I don't think it'll affect the overall numbers too much. Maybe like a 10%-ish kind of thing. So more like a 60% strap, maybe. Not 10% pure damage, I don't think. I don't know. I have not really tested that. But yeah. Oh, that's a good cascade. And that's 28 million reduced to 26. You can see we left a lot of multiplies on the board still. So like before, on boards like that, if you had 6 less countdown gems, you're very likely to just get a flat out miss where you have no chance at winning. The next turn is always huge, but it was a thing. Now it's not really a thing. Like I said, the worst I hit in over 20 runs with this was 22 million. And usually it's in that 27 to 32 range. And the gameplay loop is so easy. I actually really like the gameplay loop for Feud. 26 million, 26.8. So yeah, Turner, I think you can definitely say, I'll run one more, but you can definitely say with surety that solo makes him way more consistent. I think I'm well over 30 runs now, and like I said, my worst hit is 22 million. That's not to say he still couldn't miss. I think, you know, there's always that chance, right? But I think it's way, way, like, exponentially less likely. Because before in 30 runs, you know, I probably would have missed 3, 4, 5 times. And then your top end is really nice because when you get good clusters and you get most of the gems, then you're hitting 30 mil, you know? So yeah, solo, another, if I haven't posted it yet, I'm not sure which I'll post first, but I might have posted it. Solo on Monster Bomb Brawn is ridiculous. Helps him a ton. Helps D'Lo a ton. He's really shaping up to be better coach maybe than I initially thought on people we already have. So if you're a D'Lo user, and honestly Acrobat is really tough, D'Lo's looking pretty spicy these days. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this video. Turner, thank you for your comment. It pushed me to play D'Lo when I probably wouldn't have otherwise. So thanks, Turner. Appreciate it. You guys have a good weekend. Well, actually, it's probably not weekend when I post this. Maybe it is. Anyway, good luck out there, guys. Thanks for watching. And remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. D'Lo's really impressive. Even now, with all the stuff we have in the game, I do feel like I've undervalued him. And that's my bad. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video.